let's explore the assumed contradiction between Genesis 2:17 and Genesis 5:5. Based on these two verses, the question asked is, why did Adam not die on the day he ate the fruit as stated in Genesis 2:17, but continues to live for 930 years as stated in Genesis 5:5? In answering this question, we should first study and understand to what does the word day in Genesis 2:17 apply in the original Hebrew language. The word yom in Hebrew for day applies to the action of eating, not to the day of death. The same kind of sentence structure is found in 1 Kings 2:37. Solomon, speaking about Shimei, says, "For on the day you go out and cross the brook Kidron, know for certain that you shall die. Your blood shall be upon your own head." When we read Genesis 2:17 and 1 Kings 2:37, we learn that the word day, yom, applies to the day the crime is committed and not to the consequence of the crime. You will be liable for death on the day you commit the crime, not that you will die on the very same day. This becomes clear when we look at how the word death is used in these verses. That is what we will examine now. In Genesis 2:17 and 1 Kings 2:37, the word used for die in Genesis is
mot,
and it is used twice,
mot tamut.
which would literally translate as dying die or die. Such translation may not be good English. Hence it is translated as surely die. In fact, in English, a better translation would be dying you shall die, which means the beginning of dying and in the end die, which is what happened on the day they ate the fruit as stated in Romans 5:12. And this death was passed from Adam to all his descendants, even to us. Hence, we also will die one day, just as Adam died. Our death is the empirical evidence that when Adam sinned, he died. That is, Adam carried death in his body and proceeded to come closer to death every day of his life. The longer he lived, the grave and death was approaching closer. In the same way, we all, just like Adam, every day are proceeding closer to death and the grave. And one day, we will die. Further, he also died spiritually as soon as he sinned, as stated in Ephesians 2:1. So death happened in many ways. As we observed, death which was started in Adam passed to all his descendants, which is the whole human race. Hence, we also die. Spiritually, we like Adam are also dead. And ultimately, we will die as Adam died, a physical death as stated in Genesis 5:5. Hence, we see Adam died in several ways, any one of which would fulfill the pronouncement of God in Genesis 2:17. This is a tragic story of death. The good news for the tragedy and problem of death is given by Jesus, who says, "I am the resurrection and the life. He that believes in me, though he were dead, he shall live." Hence today, I invite the viewers and listeners to believe on Jesus, who is the only way to escape this death, which shall happen for sure, and to every one of us. Jesus is the only one, because Jesus is the only one who rose from the dead and lives forever to make us alive even after our death. Thanks for watching. If you are encouraged in your faith, click the like button and tell us in the comment section what you like. Bless others by sharing and don't forget to subscribe.